grab this card.
Keep up the pace!
He doesn't want any part of it. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm TOS and you're watching Hello Good Game. Today we are playing Esper Tempo Best of 3. Now I understand a couple people reached out and let me know that this is Esper Hero. I just said it was Esper Tempo because I got the card list, or the deck list, off MTG Goldfish under the meta decks for standard. And this is under Esper Tempo. So shoot me an Esper Tempo list and I'd love to play that for you guys as well. I understand maybe it's running some Thieves of Sanity, so that would be cool to use instead of the hero. Breaking our deck down today though, we have 4 heroes of Precinct 1, 2 Desparks, 4 Thought Erasures, 3 Tyrant Scorns, 1 Deputy of Detention, 3 Tomebound LIch, 2 Narset Parter of Veils, 3 Teferi Time Ravelers, 2 Mortifies, 2 Oaths of Kaya, 3 Elite Guard Mages, 4 Teferi Hero of Dominaria, 1 Command the Dread Horde, and 1 Bolas Citadel. We also have all of our lovely lands. So this is actually going to operate a lot like the last Esper deck we showcased. I had it titled Esper Hero. A couple different things though. So against Bant Scape Shift, we are no longer sideboarding Unmoored Ego. We now use our Deputy of Detention to deal with those tokens. We also have Cry of the Carnarium that can easily deal with this, and Ashiok Dream Render, which can easily deal with that. Not to mention, we still have our Vetos and we still have our Duresses. So Bant Scape Shift is not looking like a good matchup for them. We are absolutely eating any Bant players right now with this deck, so that's a lot of fun. When we do break down our entire sideboard though, we have 2 Duresses, 2 Dovin Vetos, 2 Desparks, 2 Cry of the Carnariums, 2 Ashiok Dream Renderers, 2 Kaya's Wrath, 1 Hostage Taker, 1 Enter the God Eternals, and 1 Bolas Citadel. Make sure to check out our sideboard guide down below for full details of every matchup and how you should be interacting with your sideboard, what to take in, what to put in, or what to take out and what to put in, sorry. Our Duress is great for discarding any opponent who's using those critical spells. Like, it's great to get rid of a Nexus of Fate, even though it's only going into his library. It's great to get rid of Escape Shift. Anything like that, even an Emergency Powers or a Time Wipe would be pretty cool to eat up, right? Dovin's Veto is basically the same thing. We're saving this for those critical spells that you absolutely have to counter. Whether that be the Time Wipe again, or say a Chandra Planeswalker, Teferi, something like this. Despark, this is great. For me, I like to remove the big baddies with this, not to mention, say like the Nissas. Any huge Planeswalkers, the Teferis are really cool to strike down this way as well. Cry of the Carnarium, we have this to deal with mono red decks and mono white decks, and the Bant Scape Shift deck. So this is dealing -2/-2 to all creatures, exile all creatures. Exile all creatures in all graveyards that are put there from the battlefield this turn. If a creature would die, this turn exile it instead. So that's just like exiling everything, right? Ashiok Dream Render is great because opponents can't cast spells. Can't cause the player to search their library, which is great because that's exactly what Escape Shift does. Is you're searching your library for lands, right? So if Kaya's Wrath, this is more hate for the Escape Shift deck and aggro decks. Destroy all creatures. Hostage Taker is ideal if you're coming up like maybe against a Galta or something like this. Those big baddies that you absolutely cannot have on the field. And Enter God Eternals is a nice red hate card, right? Because you're gaining a little bit of life and it's dealing 4 damage to your opponent and he's discarding. Bolas Citadel, we use this against another, like an Esper mirror, right? Then we can just burn through our deck that much quicker, because sometimes in an Esper mirror, it's maybe first Bolas Citadel played wins. It's kind of like when you're playing red versus red, first Chandra played normally wins. So that's that. Make sure to check out our sideboard guide down below. Quick reminder to our gem giveaway winners. Please reach out to me on Discord. The Discord link is down below again, right? So join that. Let me know who you are, and we're going to get you those gems sent out right away. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys an extra week. I was going to say that we're going to cut it off this Sunday, but I was a little bit of a slacker this weekend and didn't have the production rate that I was expecting to. We went out campfiring instead, so you're going to get an extra week to contact me. And then we're going to re-roll those gems And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, make sure to subscribe to the channel now. Go back after that and watch the first gem giveaway video and familiarize yourself with all of that, and you'll be entered in to win up to 500,000 in gems just for subscribing to the channel. Easy as that. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's footage. I know I had a lot of fun playing it. We played best of 3, like I said, and I think the matchup was against a Bant ramp, and yeah, we made some pretty killer sideboard plays and came out with the V. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoy today's video, and we'll see you all a little later. Esper Tempo best of 3. Playing first. Mulliganing that hand away. We're going to keep this one and throw away a Teferi. With our tapped land. I think the key to playing the Esper deck is identifying what your opponent is playing. So here I'm going to guess Simic Flash. Maybe Flash. Immediately, let's just, before we hero, just go away. Don't ramp. Stop it. Right, so we have a better setup at least here. We can play our hero. He's nothing on the field, so that's okay. We can Oath of Kaya anything he's playing next turn, most likely.
Sorry I'm late.
It's not a bad play, I suppose.
Here we go.
He does get to draw, which is really nice. To play for 4 won't necessarily help us. We're going to throw our hero back into play. What is Teferi plus? He already got the draw out of it, so what's the difference if we wait 1 turn for our Oath of Kaya?
No! I am not making this up as I go!
Deputy of Detention, really? Well, that's okay, because we should get our attacker for 2 back at least, right? This is why you shouldn't really run Deputy of Detention unless it's on tokens. So he does get to go to 3. I thought I would not have summoning sickness from the Deputy, but apparently we do. Cavalier of Thorns, it's okay. He meals his Hydra, which is fun. But he does get to scry, which is also fun. Command the Dreadhorde is available. We could grab his Deputy at any time, right? Just shut things down. At a certain point...
I am not going to sit down.
I mean, I guess we could also just...
Don't worry, I got this.
No attacks. He does get the second draw of Teferi. I could have balanced his Cavalier of Thorns to his hand and killed his Teferi, or at least knocked it down, but...
This might be a bad idea.
It'd be a little harder to deal with. Could have a Spell Pierce, bud. No, who runs Spell Pierce in Esper deck? That's ridiculous. We're absolutely going to protect our Teferi. It's a 1-1. Oh, wait! Doubling up on the Thorns. I'm going to Deputy Detention the heck out of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need another land. Let's grab a plus here.
That's more like it.
We play the land for 5. Let's take it slow. Right. Let's grab this Thought Erasure. Honestly, Finale of Glory can get wrecked. Mortify can stay there even though we're digging for land.
I like the Mortify because it deals, well, it kills one of these creatures while giving us a token. It's kind of the opposite plan as what we had for Deputy Detention, getting high value out of it, but... He's taking our Teferi out here.
It's only a matter of time. Stand by and watch. Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Getting his draws. We need to avoid the Crisis. Oops. Should have cured before he Kaya, that's our bad. But we still get to knock Teferi, which is really nice.
We will meet again.
We could add an extra token to block. Oops. Definitely our bad there. He's gonna have a Nissa. He's gonna have Crisis. So he's paying life for that. That's such a bad sign, it's not even funny. It's cheaper us for kill it and bring it back than to take the damage, right? We lose less life that way. All we need is the land, baby. This is what we're also actually. 8. Let's kill that. Let's get into his hand here. Oh no. We need this out of there. Oh, the land needs to stay for us. No attacks. So it's a little bit risky because he has a Deputy of Detention in his hand. We almost need him to play that now. No, we see his Risen Reef played, which is... So this Hydra kind of fucks us up as well. Taking a little bit of damage here as well. I want Deputy of Detention. What else do we have to deal with this Risen Reef? I want Nissa. I don't want a hero and I want a Teferi, which is 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hero can stay out.
Strange and magnificent world.
So unfortunately, it's our only move.
The land shall conquer you.
It's a bad move, but we were gonna die anyways. Because this Hydra enters battlefield, tokens on it, and he can fight our Deputy of Detention, which is going to kill it. And we're going to be dead there, so... Deputy's our Deputy? That's even more interesting. Nice. Okay. So this match is... Well, I have Nissa. That's good. So we're going to leave it. And I can tuck his Deputy, take mine back. And then we're just in a weird Deputy cycle. And he just got a lot of draw there as well, which is nice. He has no attacks available. He is going in for his Hydra. Wow. Does he take my hero or my land? My hero. Okay. That's okay. I literally have no way to deal with this trample Hydra though. This sucks. Maybe we can draw Mortify.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Harness the elements.
Let's skip to the good part.
No. Even if we Teferi minus, it's like... He's just gonna get it back in 2 turns. Interesting. I guess these Desparks are going to be for Nissa. A Hostage Shaker is great too. Honestly, even a couple of these Kaya's Wraths might be nice. Dropping a Tomebound LIch. I don't see Deputy of Detention doing anything here. So easily removed. Tyrant Scorn is kind of nice. The Erasure Despark hero. Okay, let's go down to 2 Desparks. He's got a lot of creatures, so we don't want that. I want to keep Kaya's Wrath. It kind of screws with my hero, but... So we'll take 1 Kaya's Wrath. And, you know, it's a really hard call whether to drop Deputy of Detention or not. We're running out of time. Let's drop it to Teferi. We have our Kaya's Wrath. That's okay. Okay. Dropping one of our heavier drops so we can keep up with his ramp. You know, I really should not keep this hand. But I'm afraid if I mulligan, it's far worse. Alright, let's just let it rip. Tyrant Scorn is a good draw. As long as we don't draw lands, we should be okay. He's taking a hit for it. Send out this Druid, which I find interesting. Let's destroy it. No ramping for you, my friends. And we are in for 2. He took 2 damage with his shock land, which was fun. Oh, another 2 damage. Resource and Reef, which is great. He gets a draw or a land round. Gets him a draw. We pull a second hero, which is groovy. Over for 3. There's no way he blocks. So somehow, as an Esper deck, we've got our opponent down 9 life in 4 turns. Continues to ramp. This could get bad. We're gonna need our guard mages to seal the deal with some fine damage. So we did pull a last resort. We're gonna try to flex this strategy first though. We're still getting in for 2. What a lovely surprise. He wants to really hold on to that Risen Reef. Down to 8. Put this fighter in. Fight one of our heroes. Which is alright. I mean, it's not gonna break us. He should have maybe waited and tapped his Leaf Druid and then it could have killed something a little bit better. It has no reach. Let's just try to aggro out here. We're going to keep our Mortify. We draw land, which is great, which opens up this Thought Erasure for us, which is even better. Holy moly, look at this hand, you guys. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Down to 6. These are bad targets for his Teferi bounce, but he might not have any other choice. So we're able to claw ourselves out from that first loss here. Deputy of Detention on our guard mage. Very nice. So by doing this, we can now Kaya's Wrath and grab both our guard mages back. We may even have a token survive because it'll go in the stack. Well, no, actually, I think Kaya's Wrath will trigger last. We could try it. He can negate non-creature spell. So let's open up with a nice light Erasure. And if he doesn't negate it, then we'll just take his negate. Right? So that's totally okay. That resolved. I still get a token, but it's gonna get wiped here. We are all attacking. We have 6 attackers, only 3 blockers, so minimum of 3 damage. I doubt he blocks with his Risen Reef as well, so we're getting 4 damage in. So he sacrifices Risen Reef, which makes us not want to use our Kaya's Wrath. We'll take our guard mages back the old-fashioned way. We get enough damage and then we can kill him next turn with lethal. That's only 2 land, we can't do anything there. That should be good.
we have enough field control that a Teferi bounce on a guard mage won't be enough either.
Perfect. So we want these Dovin's Vetoes. But he has not a lot of non-creature spells. A lot of them are creature spells. But we do need the Dovin's Veto to make sure. We need one Dovin's Veto to make sure that our Kaya's Wrath can trigger. Maybe we're going to drop his veto because we're only be vetoing his negates, which we could still potentially get around just by drawing it out, right? Like we did last round. Okay, so pretty good land. No hero. We do pull a Thought Erasure, which is pretty cool off the start. Here, Teferi is probably the best to get rid of, in all honesty. The LIch can maybe stay. We don't have so much of a good 3-drop other than our Narset. Let's keep it. I always like to cycle. I was talking about that earlier. The Tomebound LIch is a great way for the tempo deck to cycle and just never miss.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. I've got it.
Do a little cycling for a land. We do get a land. Let's get rid of a guard mage. Okay, that's okay. We don't mind Deputy Detention in all honesty.
Let's try this.
Because we can lay this out quite freely, and it's also a really bad target for its Fairy Bounce. And we get to recycle again. Let's get rid of this Watery Grave. And we're continuing to ramp. He's got the Hydra available to him. He needs to start using his Teferi minus on nothing just to draw. Next turn we have big Teferi, and that should be good. I have Death Touch, so he doesn't want to fight me. He just takes the tokens, which is fine. Because he's always going to be a Death Touch blocker, right?
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Tossing a land away. So he could hit us here. I doubt he kills this Teferi though. And to attack would be useless as well, as I have Death Touch. We're gonna get our Guard Mage out, I think, next turn. It would be cool if he sacrifices Teferi just to get that 4 damage in. Another thought, Erasure would be pretty cool too. Peek inside the inner workings of our opponent's thought process. Really taking his time. We see the bar. Probably gone to the bar, it's so long. Had to get a drink. He is down to 3 cards, only 4 with a Teferi draw, but nonetheless, we're starting to come up against field advantage. Of course we're going to kill this Hydra. That would be silly of us not to. Honestly. Reason Reef is fine. I mean, kind of lame to be honest, but it could be way worse.
I've got it.
This is non-elemental. It's pretty disgusting that we draw this. Some Reef, ASAP. And
I train
sacrifice
everything. I
this
have
just to
just
get
the
that
trick
draw in,
for
right?
this.
Take another Narset, why not? It's cool to get to pick from 4 cards which card you need. It's really, really great to grab a utility item.
We have Krasis to deal with as well, so Tyrant Scorn probably would have been good. And this, so we're gonna need a
Tyrant Scorn, we're going to need a Despark. Yeah, this is going to be a risky turn for us here. Okay, it's a land, that's a good sign.
This might be a bad idea.
Draw doesn't trigger because of our Narset, oops. Which is great. He takes 2 damage, we gain 2 life, that's even
I
better.
must stay focused.
Let's get this to Perio to start wreaking havoc. We have enough of him.
I know,
Yeah,
but
we
we need
should
to move
flex
quickly.
it. I'm glad I took one out, or we'd probably have 4 in our hand.
I've got
Plussing.
time.
So you can cast sorcery on my turn, which is pretty cool. Now it's a weird question whether he kills Narset or Teferi. He
won't
does go
forget our
Narset,
time
even though he
together.
knows I have another. So he must be wanting to either A, draw right here, or B, counter my second Narset. Does Narset counter Hydroid Krasis? It must. Yeah. So he gets his nice draw. That's cool. And all of a sudden, we're in a bad position. We need a Tyrant
Hold
Scorn.
that thought.
So let's throw Narset out and try to draw said Tyrant Scorn.
I know 88 ways to keep an open mind.
Oh, Mortify will work. Right? We're gonna pay life though. Oh no! And let's take that out of the game. Grab a couple lands. So Teferi's getting stronger. This is a problem for him.
No, I am not making
I
this
also
up as
have
I go.
other Teferis, so we could start reaping havoc. But just the double draw is so nice.
Together,
So he could
we
kill
will
my Narset.
prevail.
Could kill my Narset. Interesting. I would like to get another draw
Behold,
of Narset, in all
true
honesty.
power.
Command the Dreadhorse getting probably pretty juicy at this point. We have enough life to wreak havoc here because we're gaining 4 more. So this is okay.
Stop that.
I
Now.
still have much to learn.
Teferi stays pretty strong. Let's get that plus in.
Hurry.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nowhere close. So we have 3, 6, 9, 13, 16, 19. This is a heavy draw. Does he have a counterspell available? That would be brutal. I think that still works, no?
Right on schedule.
Focused and disciplined.
Fortunately not.
Encounter no obstacles.
Let's get a plus there.
Here we go.
Meditate and prepare.
So we have pretty nice field advantage here. We have Death Touch, so he's not attacking. Our Deputy of Detention couldn't target anything because he had Hexproof from Veil of Summer, which is pretty cool. Oh, Deputy of Detention. What's he taking? It better be my little Teferi. It doesn't matter what he takes. I'm going to Elf of Kaya it next turn. Interesting. Tomebound LIch would be a good one because it has Death Touch, right? So now I'm forced to block, which is fine. I'm just gaining more life with Oath of Kaya, which is why I chose to leave it on the board this field and just plus my Teferi.
Don't worry.
That's
I got
fine.
this.
We have no elementals, so we can sacrifice this Recent Reef as a
Be
blocker,
wary
right?
of the ground you walk on.
Deputy of Detention can be sacrificed as a blocker as well. Yeah, attack different planeswalkers. Oh, goodness. You poor soul. No damage will be done. It's too much value, sadly. I do have a Deputy of Detention, so we could do some shenanigans here as well. Let's grab this card.
Keep up the pace.
He doesn't want any part of it. Yeah, it just steam piles. I mean, it gets worse and worse and worse the longer you let it go.
A hand full of Teferis. Absolutely terrorizing our opponent.